Good evening. Disappointing effort for our guys and for our group, our team, our program. Emphasis on the word effort. You look across this stat sheet. A lot of things pretty equal. Equal attempts, equal three attempts, equal free throws, equal offensive rebounds. Now they got 5 more defensive. Equal fouls. Assists are pretty close. Turnovers are pretty close. Steals are pretty close. Block shots are equal. But back to the word effort. It's what Marquette does. It's what Shaka's done a great job of. We played harder than them way back when, the first time we played them, and we won. And they played harder than us tonight, and they won. The effort things aren't on the stat sheet. The deflections, I know they track them. Deflections, loose balls, and they deserve to win. They deserve to win in easy fashion, and it was the start of the game. And I told our guys, that's on me. I got to find different ways to have our guys ready. We play hard. We did in the second half. We have all season. We didn't have the collective focus and locked-inness to start the game, and it was costly.
Coach, those 6 straight defensive stops by Marquette to start the game, what were they doing defensively just to disrupt you?
We turned down an open 3 early. I have to watch it to know exactly. I felt like they had great pop and speed. They were really flying around. It's easy to get stops when the offense is taking the ball out of the net. I have to go back and watch it. But I know we turned down an open 3 early. I know Corey Floyd had a point-blank layup at the rim. Josh had a point-blank shot he generally makes. I have to watch it to be able to tell you more.
One of the big differences from the first go-around was Marquette didn't have Stevie Mitchell, but they did tonight. I guess just how much of a difference maker do you think he was for the Golden Eagles, especially?
Yeah, he was a huge difference maker. He plays hard. I mean, when we've seen he wasn't playing the first game, that was a huge thing. He plays hard. There's a ton of respect for that kid, and he plays hard, and it bleeds in other areas of his game. I mean, he's not a great shooter, but he's actually shooting at a 40% clip in league play, and he made 2 threes. This time, playing hard makes up for so much. Hubie Brown says good shooting makes up for a multitude of sins. Playing hard makes up for a multitude of sins. And those guys flew around and played with great effort. Stevie was incredible.
You touched on the defense a little earlier, but I think the game was about 12 and a half minutes old by the time you got your first 2-point basket, not a 3. Just around the rim, around the basket, just what were they doing to kind of keep you all away?
They were swarming. They did a great job swarming. We shot 12-26 from 3. So, an open 3 is it's a good shot. It's a high-value shot. We missed the layup. We missed some free throws early. But they definitely swarmed. They did a great job fronting the post. They did a good job helping from the weak side. They have some big-time guys diving in there to help on drives, similar to Xavier. And they did a good job. It all stems with playing hard.
You're familiar with Tyler Kolek from back in the day. I know he left the game today, but how have you seen his evolution over his college career?
I coached him for 10 days. So I really didn't. I watched him. Marquette did a great job of identifying him as a point guard. He averaged 2 assists a game as his freshman at George Mason. Now he has over 600-something assists. Tyler's a great player. He's a great player. But what really makes him great is this and this. It goes. I think his talent is okay. Obviously, he's a great passer. He was a great shooter at George Mason. He makes timely threes. But his mind for the game, he's into the game every moment, and his heart, his toughness, his competitiveness makes up for any, deficiencies he may have, and that's credit to him.
Yep, Kim, I'm wondering, off the start, do you think their offense or their defense bothered you more? Because obviously they had it running early.
I thought that our focus bothered us most. And that's both sides of the ball. Your offense and your defense are married. We weren't locked in. From a spacing standpoint, from a defensive game plan standpoint. I mean, the first basket of the game, I think, was a Stevie Mitchell right drive, and huge writing on the scouting report says right driver. We don't guard drivers close often. And when a right driver gets a right driving layup to start the game, it tells me where our focus is. It wasn't there. So they did great things. They did good things on offense. I thought they were really good on defense, flying around. But I think we helped them a ton.
And then I'm sure attention to detail, the three-point line, obviously, they had whatever it was, 13, 14 threes. Was that, again, on you guys, or, boy, they just, found the open guy in the perimeter?
Stevie Mitchell's a 27% three-point shooter. He made two. And my man Trey Norman is a 10% three-point shooter. He made two. But when you're playing really well and you're playing really hard and you have a lead, that rim opens up a little bit. So a little bit unlucky from two not great shooters made a few, but that's basketball.
Kim, how much are you looking forward to kind of, going over the perimeter defense with this group? Because that looked like that was a sore subject tonight a little bit.
Yeah, some of it was miscommunication. Cam Jones and Tyler are such heavily dominant left drivers. It's that you got to figure out that space of not letting them go left, but not giving them a straight line drive. But I have to watch it. We should have built-in help for our drives. At this time of the season, one-on-one defense is paramount. Everyone knows everyone's sets, what everyone's doing. Sometimes it just comes down to guarding the ball one-on-one.
And also, too, Kim, was this maybe just Marquette's role players? Just an example of classes, playing well at home.
They play great. Either home or away. I think they're who they are every night. But their role players did play extremely well. I thought Ben Gold had an incredible first half. Chase Ross played great. Stevie Mitchell, who didn't play in the first game, was incredible. I thought Trey Norman. I thought those guys played with great pop. And again, they were dialed in. And again, they were playing with revenge on their hearts. And disappointing that we didn't put up a better effort. We did in the second half, 43-41, but too little, too late.
And lastly, guys, Ticket, was this just more of him getting more comfortable playing with the mask tonight, you think?
Yeah, I think so. I thought he took good shots. He made them. Wish we could have got him some more. But yeah, he played well. He made some shots, but this stat I just said in there, this stat sheet was, if you look at it, obviously they made 10 more field goals than us, but shot attempts, threes, free throws, every stat on this sheet is pretty equal all the way across. Stuff that's not on this stat sheet is effort, how hard you play, and how dialed in you are. And that's what we have to focus on getting better at.
Any more questions, guys?
Kim, I'll just ask about Saturday. And obviously, the last time out against Villanova, you had an effort that wasn't up to standard for you guys as well. How much more does that motivate you here the last next couple of days here, getting ready for them, and also trying to bounce back from this one?
Similar games for us, the way we played tonight and the way we played in Philadelphia. Coach Felton's been prepping for them. I've been locked into these guys for a week, disappointed that we weren't better. Got to watch this one till midnight. Got a few hours, and then we'll lock in to Villanova. They're playing great. I think some of the most talent in the country. Very similar program in that their ideals and their principles of how hard they play, their emphasis on the little things. We'll be ready.
When you have a night like this too, Kim, like, can you pinpoint or see signs, early on, and how do you sort of try to?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You could call a timeout. You could see if you can get through it. I did call a timeout, maybe, I don't know, 11-4, whatever the score was, something like that. Absolutely, you see signs. You see signs, absolutely. But when you're in it, it's very hard to the game is so intense. The level of focus you have to have it's a lot. Again, I have to do a better job seeing it and correcting it in the moment. Different guys respond different ways. This many games into the season, we should know the answers to those. But I am still learning about this team every day. Every day, I'm learning about this team, how to push different buttons, and we'll learn from this.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.